We are live.
Hello and welcome. We are the Untold Stories Project. Tonight we present our first of our three-part special feature, A Familiar's Tale. This mini campaign is powered by the upcoming Fantasy Age Second Edition, which will be available in PDF and print pre-order this February by our amazing friends over at Greenwinding Publishing. My name is Jonesy, and I will be your game master this evening. A quick note for those unfamiliar with the Fantasy Age or the Adventure Game Engine. Uh, Age powers several amazing green running games such as Blue Rose, Modern Age, The Expanse, as well as the upcoming Cthulhu Awakens and the brand new fifth season, which launches on crowdfunding tomorrow. The core mechanic is 3d6. You add that to your ability and to your focus if you have one, and versus a target number to see if you succeed or not. One of the cool features about this thing is for most tests, if you roll doubles, you trigger what are called stunts, and those stunts can let you pull off amazing, cool feats. The types of stunts you trigger depend on what actions you're taking, whether they're combat, exploration, or social, even. We'll dig into that more as they come up in the game. With that, let's jump in and meet the cast and characters for the night's stream. Since the players are taking the role of their animal familiars and companions as opposed to the traditional adventuring party, I would like each of my players to tell the folks a little bit about who they are and who they're playing tonight. And the question of the day, each of you has a special tie to a two-legged hero of Crestwall. Tell us a little bit about that two-legged ally of yours. And let's go ahead and start with Wiki.
Oh, when I saw where I was on the overlay, I was like, they're going to start with me.
Yep.
Yay. I'm Wiki. And I am the game master on Tuesday nights for Jumpstars. Tonight, however, I will be causing all of the chaos because I am playing Roth, who is a raccoon. Surprised? I am. Um, and he is a raccoon. So, and his two-legged friend is Regine, who is well, she is as fond of shiny things and practical jokes as I am, and despite what anyone else says, she's very funny. Her one flaw is that she does not, for some reason, like garbage, which is the one thing we disagree on is garbage. And I'll pass it over to my feathered sibling, Kevin.
Hey everybody, I'm Kevin of the Camera Difficulties, so I will be, LARPing as the Falcon tonight. I'm playing Farron the Falcon. He is the familiar of Regis the Ranger, who is the older brother of Regine. Am I saying that correctly? Did we
Yep.
work that out?
Nope. It's fine.
And so Farron the Falcon has kind of a similar relationship to Roth the Raccoon as Regis has to Regine, in that he's very much about efficiency, not like a stick in the mud kind of thing, but just, the law is useful because it keeps order, but every now and then, sometimes you got to throw the law to the wind to get things done efficiently, and that's where we sort of, hand wave our roguish siblings' behavior, and also sometimes protecting them from the worst of their excesses. So Regis, the two-legged ranger, again, just sort of he's all about protecting the realm, and when the law works for that, that's great, and when it doesn't, he's okay with that too. So Farron sort of sees himself as the Overwatch of Roth, and maybe to a lesser extent some of the other animal companions as well. And with that, I will kick it because we're doing it reading style. Down, hit the return key, and we're over to Calvin.
Okay, well, I am Calvin, and I tonight I am playing Renweird, the rat familiar of a necromancer by the name of Nash, who Renweird is typically a shy, reserved sort of person, or sorry, Nash is rather. And Renward is pretty polite on his own, but Nash I kind of picture as like a lot of people don't trust him, I assume because of the necromancy, but really necromancy isn't that bad. If anything, it's basically just healing a smidge late. In fact, I would say healing is early necromancy.
Oh boy.
Which I'm sure is an argument those two may have had. But, Natch is actually just a really good guy. He's just a little misunderstood. And he constantly forgets food in his pockets. Which I'm sure will... that's part of the reason why Renward's going to be so motivated tonight.
Pocket food?
It's the best kind. And with that, I'll pass it off to Joe.
Okay. Hi, I'm Joe. Tonight, I'm going to be playing Xander. I am a spellcasting bookworm. I am a little dragon made of magical scrolls. He's a collection of knowledge come to life. And he was awoken because his two-legged companion, Samuel, found him buried in a library along his own adventures. And he's kind of a little bit of a bumbling fool, and it's okay. I'm going to stick with him and make sure he stays safe. Maybe. There's so many calculations, I get confused sometimes. It's okay. But, yes. He's big and muscly for someone who likes to read books. It's so confusing, but he's a good friend. He feeds me papers and it tastes good, so it's fine. And with that, I will pass it off to the Deuce.
Howdy, everybody. I'm the Deuce, occasional guest for the show, and I'm playing Sewell, the Spinrite, or Little Spider, as you were. He's found himself the companion of Wagner, the Warlock, who is more than a companion. He is the one who could, with his great machinations, build a bridge across the sky. His magics know no equal. He is an ally in arm and heart alike, a mentor who has taught me so little of the many great things that he knows, be able to weave threads of magic into beautiful little tapestries that span the world. But, to tell a little secret, Great Wagner loves to watch little baby puppies play fight with each other. Don't tell him I told that, but that is his little dark secret. He thinks it's so cute, and he's a nice guy. And with that, we'll pass it back to Jonesy.
So thank you, everyone, for that. Those little amazing entries, introductions. I got a kick out of them. So a couple of quick housekeeping up before we jump in. Thanks again for joining us. We are a small independent channel, which our goal is to highlight cool games and settings that don't get as much love as some of the other bigger, more established RPGs. They're breaking, public comment right now, but if you like what we do and you want to see us more of this sort of content, please consider doing all the internet things, liking, sharing, subscribing, tell your friends about our channel, all that cool stuff. But with that, we will jump into tonight's adventure. I will try to keep an eye on chat just in case questions and stuff come up about the rules, since we are using the new upcoming second edition rules. I'll see what we can do to find questions about those. But so with that, camera pans into the amazing capital city of the region, Crestwall, and not far from the major downtown area, big white stone buildings, gleaming stained glass windows. Up over near the hills, not too far away, is the grounds of a rather large estate known as Hearthfire. Hearthfire is the home of the heroes of Crestwall. And on this fine spring morning, we zoom in and find several of the animal companions and familiars starting their day. A lot of a couple of their other allies have gone off with their two-legged friends, and some of the other heroes have gone off as well to go do other tasks. For some reason, that they felt it was something about court and animals not being welcome at some of the courts across the nation. So, whatever that means. And as the heroes have gathered in the courtyard, you do spot off in the distance a strange silhouette in the sky. With that, I'm going to ask for my first test for the evening. Will our heroes please make me a perception seeing test? If you've got the seeing focus, just click on the seeing on the Roll20 sheet, and it should roll for you. If you don't, you can just click on perception. So how do we do? Did anyone?
I got a total of 13. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, that's awesome. Anyone else do better than 13?
I
have
got
a total of 15.
14 here.
Strong 10, baby.
I got a 12. But then we also got double. So how do we keep track of those stunt points?
So it looks like Roth, you said you got a 15, right?
That is correct.
It looks like you got 6 stunt points,
I do.
which is freaking amazing. And it looks like our little dragon got a 12 with 3 stunt points. So with that, with the 6 stunt points, you could obviously use some of the exploration stunt points, stunts if that is appropriate for the scene that you're in. In this case, I'm going to give you some additional details. With the 6 stunt points, you're able to make out because Zinder, you got a 12, with the target number was 13, so the stunt points don't trigger when you don't succeed. So, yeah. So with that, you recognize the silhouette almost immediately as Orin. He is an ally of yours. He is generally seen in the company of the wizard companion of the heroes of Crestwall. And you can tell based on that 6 stunt points, which is freaking amazing, you know that he has been attacked. You can see that part of his wing is damaged. He's flying a little erratic. He seems to be coming, and he's coming from the northeast direction, which leads away from Crestwall and leads away from the coastline and the direction that you knew the hero went in. So. And as he gets closer, you're able to actually figure out whereabouts he probably is going to look to land, and so you can actually meet him there because he's coming in pretty rapidly and he's losing altitude pretty quickly.
Okay. Baron.
Oh.
Yes.
Owl incoming, and I will take off in that direction.
Oh. Oh, I'm gonna chase after her. Them. What are you?
Him.
I'm gonna chase after him.
Awesome. So the two of you make your way through the main gates of Crestwall because he's not going to, Hearthfire, because he is not going to make it all the way to the actual the state of the heroes. And as you quickly approach, Roth, you were actually able to go and position yourself so that as he comes in, you're going to be able to actually kind of jump up and catch him and kind of help make sure he doesn't kind of crash land to the ground. And as he comes in, you can see he's a snow white owl normally, and you can see both stains of blood against his bright white plumage.
Oh no!
And he looks pretty hurt. He's definitely exhausted, but he looks pretty hurt as well.
I'm gonna look for the actual injuries and kind of, because I've seen the other, the other two-legged people kind of, like apply pressure on there. So I'm gonna try that. Like not too much pressure because I know how delicate bird bones are. I found that out the hard way. Sorry about that, Farron.
A likely story.
And Orin, are you alive? You alive?
Maybe stop squishing him and he'll talk.
Oh, well, the humans squish.
And humans are squishy.
But
is there a hole or anything where the blood's coming from? Is the blood his or?
Yeah. So he does look like he's been. As you're checking, he does seem to have. Looks like he got shot with an arrow. It looks like the arrow probably got dislodged in flight, but it does look like he's been shot through his wing with an arrow. And he does have a little bit of singe marks on some of his feathers. So either he got close to fire or something similar.
Oh no!
Ooh, fire's bad. Don't do that.
Can we? You get lay down. Let's push. Let's get him inside.
Okay.
Can we push him on top of Roth's back? And okay. No, you're gonna do the little raccoon waddle with food.
Okay. Yeah, and since you are familiars in this, you do all have familiar speech, which basically allows you to communicate with amongst other familiars and with other companions. So.
Oh, that's good.
I was about to ask that question.
Yep, just to be clear.
It's just like the sound of paper flapping in the wind at a raccoon. That's not going to work.
So that does mean that to normal animals that aren't companions, days just sound like animals to you.
Okay.
So
I will raccoon waddle in with the.
And the rest of you have been alerted. Quickly, we're given the heads up that what was going on, so the group of you was able to meet in the main courtyard area. As Roth comes waddling in with a very wounded Orin.
It better be good. I was really busy. Oh, all right. That's what matters.
What happened?
I don't know. Orin's not talking. I'm not sure. Here.
Flaming arrows.
Back away. I don't want to.
Someone, does anyone have medicine in here? Do I need to look that up? Oh no.
I mean, if he dies, maybe I can do something, but.
No death. Death is bad. Death is a last resort. Or
Wow.
no offense, but
Pre-heal, don't post-heal.
Yeah. I'm gonna poke Orin a little. Hey.
Kind of eyes kind of flutter open.
I did it. What happened to you?
We were attacked. I was traveling up north to see the Lady Willow, and we were ambushed. I was separated from Winston, and I don't know what happened. I do know that there was the four of us, and so it was me, Winston, and you all, the group of you know that Winston is the wizard of the group. And we were traveling with Warder, which is you guys know is the wolf and companion of Marissa, the paladin. And we were ambushed. The lady said we were supposed to be meeting her about some some grave undertaking. I don't know enough detail to give you more than that.
Graves? Like dead people? That's
Yeah, that's my thing.
Yeah. No, I think that means like important.
oh, the other meaning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Never mind. Sorry.
yeah, you were
You
looking
really-
at
It's not yours.
you were looking at your
Really?
thesaurus there.
You really shouldn't get Ren all worked up like that.
I mean, what can I say? It's kind of my thing. I mean, but so you sure none of you know how to heal someone before they expire? Because
I
I
poked.
help in battle?
I
Sound-
poked.
You sound way too hopeful, Renward.
Hey, Orin. Are you gonna die?
Hope not.
Okay. Are there any other humans here? Are all the humans gone?
There's some like the stable hand and some other staff, and they usually leave some emergency supplies around. Would you like to go scrounge for those?
I would like to do that.
Go ahead and make me a perception searching test.
Okay, we'll just go with the regular one then.
Yeah, and at first level you don't have a lot of focuses, but it doesn't mean you can't try.
It's terrible. I had an 8.
Where am I? I got distracted. I found garbage.
You got 13.
You got a 13.
Oh, yep. I was looking at the wrong number. Never mind.
No, I got the 8. So like I wander off and I'm just like, oh, help. Oh, this is an interesting book. I didn't finish reading this one.
Yeah. So 13.
Yeah, so with a 13, you're able to scrounge around and you make your way back to your quarters and scrounge around through the packs and stuff, and you find a little vial of bubbly blue stuff that Regine has taken has used similar things when she's been hurt. So
Okay, I'll come out. Open your beak. And then
Wow.
and so
it's not
and
that
so
thumbs.
as you because with your little raccoon hands poured this little vial of liquid down the poor owl's throat, you actually hear some snapping and popping as the parts of the wing that were broken kind of pop back in place.
Is it supposed to do that?
So it helped. It looks like the wing's in better shape. The wound's a little, not as bad anymore. They're still hurt, but you think they're doing better.
Are you gonna die now? Are you? You're not gonna die, right?
I hope not.
Okay. I could get one of the stable people. They take care of the horses. Maybe they'll know what to do. I'm gonna go do that. So I'm gonna run off and try to convince one of the stable hands to come.
Okay. So while Roth is off causing shenanigans, what are the others of you doing?
I'm going to look for a stick. A nice solid straight one.
Okay.
That. And I'm going to ineffectually, but hopefully, try and put a splint on his wing for right now. And I'll use spider silk to wrap it up. And it may look a little funky, but it'll be functional for the moment.
Awesome. No, I think that's awesome. So with that, Orin does look like he's a little better. He doesn't seem quite as on the brink of death as he did when he first arrived. He's still obviously hurt, still obviously exhausted, but
So you're gonna rest. And what happened to everybody else?
I just know there was an ambush, and then it seemed like the forest itself just attacked us. And I just took off straight up and got out of reach of but it seemed like the forest itself had come alive and turned against us.
So the forest was made of fire at some point?
And then, and as I was flying off, someone was shooting flaming arrows at us, at me.
I'm guessing someone in the forest, because I don't think the forest would shoot flaming arrows.
I haven't read that in my studies.
I suspect, but I didn't get a look at who or what. Like I said, I know that we just had gotten contacted that the Lady Willow had need of some great urgency to speak with us.
Do we know where this lady's abode is, or are we just sort of hearing about it from Orin? Do we have some sense of where that is?
Go ahead and make me an intelligence check.
Okay. Somehow, that total was 11 and generated 5 stun points. Am I reading that correct?
You are reading that correctly. Yes, you are. And so with that, you would have gotten 5 stunt points, and that would have actually triggered kind of exploration.
Okay, I was gonna say like the exploration stunts list.
Yep.
So I guess extra information, given the current state of things, seems like the best.
I think that that was actually going to be one I was going to recommend, because I think that would be a perfect stunt for this. So.
Okay.
So, with that, you know what you know about the Lady Willow. You know the Lady Willow is an on again, off again ally of the group. You know mostly you personally know her by reputation. You've never met her, but you know that she lives deep in the Far Reach Forest, just to the northeast of here. And she is active as consultant and an ally of the group on more than one occasion. Extra information you need to know is that she is a herbalist, alchemist, and gifted in fate arcana. She's prone to premonitions and things like that. So, and she's been a long time specifically tied with Winston the wizard. She has a long-standing relationship with him.
Okay. I will share all that with any companions who are present.
Awesome.
Yeah, Ren
So
definitely.
do we need to go ahead?
Oh no, I was just gonna say Ren kind of perks up about like hearing about the Fate Arcana, but more out of curiosity than anything.
Do we need to go into the scary forest and find her?
Why did I know you would say that?
That seems the most efficient way to unravel what's going on. Now, with those other 2 stunt points, can that be applied to efficiency to sort of chart a faster journey there, or is that outside the bounds of how?
No, that's awesome. Yeah, I totally. What I also let you know is that the Far Reach Forest is it's a pretty large forest. It kind of the region itself is to the northeast of where you're at, but it kind of goes out for several miles, and then past that is what is known as the Barren Badlands. It was once part of the forest, but long ago a great magical catastrophe struck that region, blasting it and turning it into a giant desert area. And the area closest to the forest is actually the ground itself split and cracked and crumbled, leaving all these giant stone mesas littered throughout the whole area. And as you make your way past the mesas, it opens to a much more blasted desert itself. But there's a whole the Badlands section right there is full of mesas, and that's a lot of the incursions into the forest by the more hostile creatures and beasts come out of the Badlands into the forest. The forest itself doesn't have a huge reputation of being too dangerous. If you're go pretty close to where you're at. The farther in you go, the more risk you are running into more hostile creatures.
Okay.
And
I will also share that with the companions who are present.
and I'll say with that 2-point stunt, while you've never really met the Lady Willow, you are familiar with the region, and you've seen maps and stuff of the region, and you have a rough idea where her cottage is.
Okay, that's good to know. Is everyone is here but Roth? Is that correct? Am I remembering correctly, or did remember? Okay, so I would say, well, gather your things. It seems we must be off, and I will go looking for Roth.
So, and you, as you take flight and do a quick lap around the courtyard to get some altitude, you see Roth coming that direction. It looks like there are two of the young stable lads following quickly behind.
I'm down on all fours.
It was just this raccoon walking up to two stable boys and chittering at them enough until they followed him back?
Yes.
Oh, I definitely climbed up some legs and
now
did the whole.
now they have seen you. These stable boys have worked at the stable for a while. They are familiar with the heroes, and they have seen you before. So random animals being, well, extra isn't too unusual for them. I mean,
Awesome.
you have a spell scroll dragon.
Yeah. No, they're gonna be used to weird things. There's just one of the weird things came up and what?
What? Timmy's trapped in the well? So, as the three of them, Roth and the two stable lads, come rushing over, they immediately see that the group of you have gathered around, and they see the wounded bird, and so they immediately rush in and scoop up Warren and to try to take care of Warren.
I will stand on my hind legs, looking very proud of myself.
Yeah,
Hey,
you did great.
You did it.
Well done, Roth. But now we must be off
Oh, do we
And,
really have to?
off where? What?
to the Lady Willow's cottage
What?
to find out what's going on.
I feel you can fill me in on the way.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah,
guess
it's
we're
going on an
going.
adventure.
Uh,
Come on, it'll be fun.
give me a minute, okay. We're all
Maybe
back
just,
inside.
crawls up on a table and just eats some paper that's on the table. Just be like, I'm nervous. I'm just gonna gather some information to feel better. Okay.
I'll crawl back inside and come back with 2 little vials. Look at Roth, go hang on to that one. I'll hang on to this one. Don't drop it, it'll explode.
Oh no. Hey, Roth, can I hold on to that for you? Oh no.
Yeah.
You sure you want to do that? I mean, you're made of paper, and explosions are made of fire.
See?
But
Actually, I never tried
sometimes I
necromancy
can
on
make
fire, so
fire.
on paper, so.
It's
You,
called origami. That's what diplomacy for paper is.
can you do the Hey, can you do the thing where you the belt with the pouch?
Oh. Yeah, I guess you don't have a belt. Hold on.
I mean, I got fur for pants, so
Yeah. I'll fashion a crude little belt and wrap a loop around the lip of the bottle. I guess it's okay, Jonesy. One
Yeah.
thunder, one blast. Okay. All right. Well, let's go. That sounds great. I'm so excited. Woohoo.
That's real excitement,
on.
I can tell.
come on. How big is the spider?
Yeah, I was just about to
Oh,
ask.
the little thing.
The spider's about the size of a softball.
Oh, okay. So like a tarantula.
Oh,
I mean, compared to a paper dragon and a raccoon, he's not that big.
okay, I'm gonna. Fine.
Oh,
I probably should have mentioned before all of this that I have arachnophobia, so this is always fine. Whew. Okay. My character is not afraid of you. It's fine.
Just think I'm a friendly cartoonish spider.
Yeah, no.
Every time you see me, I'm in 2D and animated. It's perfectly fine.
I'm just gonna eat more paper now. Okay. Are we ready to go? Let's do this. I'll be brave like Samuel is. It's fine.
Huzzah.
With that, the group of you set off on your brave little adventure. And it's going to take you quite a bit because you have some little tiny feet
I'm fast.
comparatively.
I'm like a speedster.
For one block.
Yeah. All right. I need a break. I need a minute. I need some garbage. Give me garbage.
So you head off and make your way to the northeast, heading towards the ancient and large Far Reach forest. You spend the better part of the day traveling into the forest and making your way to the direction that Farron is guiding you. Farron is able to take flight and kind of survey the area up ahead and kind of keeping an eye out. You do know it's probably going to take you more than a day to get there, Farron, based on how large the forest is, and they call it Far Reach for a reason because it's large.
Between my knowledge of the area and being able to eye in the sky, I will try to keep an eye towards a optimal campsite for the ground-bound Amias.
Awesome.
Go
go ahead.
Little hollow.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a perception check, and if you've got the seeing focus, by all means, add that.
Yes, I do. Perception, seeing.
Nice.
So that is an 18 with 5 stunt points.
Awesome. So you're able to spot what you think is going to be a perfect campsite. And as you swoop down to get a better look at it, I will say with that 5 stunt points that you get a whole bunch of extra information.
Okay.
You can see that there was someone has recently camped here.
Two legs or?
And as you get, you kind of swoop down real quick and scoop back up into the air to get a nice flyby.
Yeah.
And as you do, you spot definite signs of two-legged travel, along with what you're pretty positive was wolf tracks.
So our companions came this way, perhaps.
And as you do another flyby, you see what appears to be some disturbance to the underbrush, that basically something has come clomping through the undergrowth nearby. And that you see what appears to be small humanoid tracks as well. Did you want to land and investigate more, or did you want to?
How far behind are the others at this point? Like how far ahead am I scouting?
Not that far. You're definitely keeping them within eyesight.
Okay. I will probably just fly down and rather than go in all solo like for the sake of efficiency, I will keep the troop together. I will fly back to them, inform them what I found. So if I got sort of an optimal campsite, but it appears as though our companions may have been there, and I believe there might be signs of this aforementioned ambush that we can begin to start puzzling out what happened.
Don't fly too high. I don't want you to get hit by flaming arrows either.
You annoy me, but yes, I don't want you to get hit by flaming arrows either.
Your brother annoys you? Yeah, he does me too.
Tough. With that, the group of you are able to regroup and you kind of slowly approach the campsite. And yeah, this has definitely been a travel spot. It's not too far off the main little trails and through the forest itself. And as you approach, you can definitely see that you were able to confirm. I'm using that 5 stone points still to kind of give you a blunt crunch on this, but while whatever travel through here is currently no longer in the area, so it's safe to approach the camp area for further investigation. You are able to confirm that yes, this is definitely looks like tracks from at least 2 of your companions, 2 of your 2-legged companions, and a wolf, which does kind of travel, kind of match with what Oren said about traveling with the wizard and the paladin.
Does it smell like them?
Oh yeah.
I was gonna ask. Is there any other smell that we don't recognize among this area?
You're welcome to give me a perception smelling test if you've got the smelling focus.
I do indeed.
Can I use my arcane perception to see if any magic went down here?
Yeah, go ahead. That's actually pretty cool.
So that's a 17 for smelling.
Oh,
I have 20 with 6 stump points for smelling.
Well,
I know it all.
Somebody had sauerkraut
Oh,
5 days
Nose.
ago.
a mile that way.
Nose.
There's too much nature here. I can't see what's going on.
It's all green. So with that 20 and 6 stump points, I'm sorry to say, Calvin, anything that you have uncovered, Roth is going to trump you on it. But yeah, so you definitely confirm that yes, your companions went through here. They were probably here about 12 to 18 hours ago. They had a small campfire. They cooked some food. And then we're on their way. They rested for a while, and we're on their way. You also can tell that 6 stump points. I'm going to give it to you. That they were shortly thereafter, after they left, another group came through, tracking them. It was a small band of goblins.
Ooh.
And a scent of rotten vegetation clings to the air, and a scent that you don't recognize, a human scent that you do not recognize.
We don't like goblins. They like to eat some of us.
So with that actually what I'm going to say is the other Renwin, I'll also say that since you got a 17 and you would have picked up on some traces of necromantic energy.
Yeah, there was some necromancy going on around here.
You mean that's the thing you guys do, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
Not
they
like that.
ain't all shambling like that. I don't shamble unless I'm, hungry or sleepy or something.
We all shamble when we're hungry or sleepy. That's fine.
Exactly.
Shambles. Sometimes there was that one time in the tavern when you got that, drink.
Well, I mean, I was just curious about it. I didn't expect to fall in when I went sniffing into it. So,
You sniffed for a long time.
yeah.
I'm back here thinking I may or may not have given you help on that.
I swear something bumped into me.
The goblins. Goblins
like
and
goblins.
necromancy. Is that normal?
Give me arcane lore
Okay.
check. And just as a thing for the rest of the team to know, while Farron is a kind of more of a rogue type, and Roth is also kind of more of a rogue type. Roth does have a unique talent called Arcane Dabbler, which does give Roth access to a little bit of shadow magic.
Ooh, okay. That's
Wow.
dangerous. Oh no.
Shadow magic and boom booms. I'm good to go.
You can literally like you have the arcane gift that lets you cloud someone, wrap someone's head up in shadows, and so that blocks their sight.
Nice. I got a 14.
Sweet. Traditionally, goblins. You mean while it's theoretically possible for there to be goblin necromancers, traditionally they don't dabble a whole lot in magic. I mean, there's some of them obviously that probably do because there's something of everyone that does something. But with a 14, you do know that there's some of the goblins have been have dealt with or usually work for or will hire themselves out to work for dark arcanists and
So
dark
the
mages.
extra human smell is whoever they sold themselves to work for that does the necromancy.
Yes.
Okay.
And you got a 14. Did you get any stunt points on that? Nope.
No, I did not.
Cool. So is there anything else that you want to look around for or investigate while are you planning on camping out here, or are you going to find another spot to?
Seems like a bad idea to camp out in their ambush spot, right, guys?
I agree.
I mean,
It's
they've
bad
already.
tactics.
Yeah, it doesn't look like this was the spot of the ambush. It does look like this was the spot where they were being tracked through.
Okay.
So there's no saying that combat occurred here, but it definitely sounds like they were being
Followed.
and not super careful with tracking them. Like they tracked them here and they would keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Could I just do a quick scout around the area, just stealthily to make sure there's nothing else here, just in case?
Sure.
Would that be a perception thing or stealth thing?
Go ahead and give me a perception thing.
10 with 3 stunt points. So I'll just take extra information if it works here.
Cool. So you kind of scout around the area. You don't see any of the signs that whoever these intruders were, these goblins, they're still around. But you do see you find a patch of the undergrowth that's kind of like rotten and molted and stuff a little bit. And you see that some of the vegetation is just kind of rotted, like whatever walked by just kind of rotted it as it walked by. And with your experience with the team, with the Heroes of Crestwall, when you kind of track that little bit of rot and vegetation, it goes up to a tree and kind of you can see like some rotten growth on the tree. And so what I will say is with that 3 stunt points, you recognize that because of your necromancy and stuff like that and your background, I'm pretty sure it was some sort of corrupted nature spirit that walked through here.
Hmm. Is that the sort of thing that someone would have to summon, or is it like intelligent enough that the goblins might be working for the spirit?
Depends on the nature of the spirit.
Okay.
Some of them are intelligent enough to but some of them are just like animated. Yeah, it's nature.
Okay. So he will head back and just report that there's some sort of nature spirit out there that's made a real mess of the forests, but nothing that's watching them right now.
Andrew, you know anything about them? About them nature spirits? Yeah.
Maybe. Do I do another arcane lore or history?
Give me a arcane lore.
15.
Sweet. With that, you go over and kind of Renwood kind of shows you where the area was, and with a 15, you get your first thought is some sort of dryad or nymph or something that came to this area, which would make it intelligent.
Oh, this will be a fun person to meet. I haven't met a dryad before. This will be great. Oh, yes.
Because you do know
they
some of
can
them
move back.
can literally travel through trees. They
Didn't,
can step in one tree and first step out of another tree.
Normally
Ren,
they don't,
didn't you say something about corruption though?
and normally it doesn't look like they rot the tree on the outside.
Yeah, it doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, I don't know if this is their usual MO.
But you're right, it's probably smart because it looks like it was sitting up there in ambush. Good call on that.
Didn't Oren say something about the forest feeling like it was alive?
Yeah.
Oh.
The forest woke up and attacked us. What he said, something like that.
Boy, we're
should
going to
have written
sleep
it
well
down.
tonight.
That sounds like some shamalama stuff to me.
So are we camping here or are we going onward?
I think Farron can probably find us somewhere else to sleep. Hopefully.
Of course. Although they're not likely to strike back here.
I'm not too big on this whole being awake at day in the daytime thing myself.
What is sleep? What is being awake? It's just different states of being.
Yes, and my states of being is not awake in the daytime.
Okay.
The garbage
What
is better
time
at
of day
night.
is it right now?
Yeah.
I will
I
I
look
kind of
for
thought
a.
it was becoming sunset like late in the evening.
Yeah, it was late in the evening. Late in the afternoon. Evening's coming.
I will take wing and look for a more reassuring campsite.
Okay. You're quickly able to find one, and a group of you are able to relocate to that slightly more secure area that you feel more comfortable at, and are able to camp for the evening, get some rest, and set up watches and everything else. And shortly before dawn, the group of you is up after a quick rest, and proceeding on your way. Again, Farron, I'm assuming, is going to be scouting ahead, kind of keeping an eye on things.
Yes.
Before we go,
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to take a few moments in the morning to spin some web into a little arcane trinket, essentially, or like a little small glyphs written in or done in web in a circle. It folds in on itself, and try and do a protection aura or protection arcana using enchantment, and give it to Farron. So if he gets attacked, maybe he can get some extra defense.
Cool.
So it'd be, if I'm reading it right, 2 to make it, 3 for the spell, and 2 more to give him 3 rounds. So it's not just 1 round, so 7 total.
Yes.
And see if I can cast it. Exactly. With 3 stunt points.
Sweet.
I'll
And there-
dump all 3 into increasing the spell power for it. So Farron, I'll put this little tiny bit of circular webbing glyph close to your chest. Tell you if you get attacked, just break it. It should help you not get shot a little bit. Basically, it'll raise your defense to a 14 for 3 rounds if you use it. So just be careful. I'd rather not see you get shot. Okay.
I agree with that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Huzzah.
First spell cast for the night. And you didn't even have to use the extra spell points. So with that, the group of you is off. And I need a perception check from Farron.
Is that with seeing still, or?
Yes, with seeing or tracking. I'll use either of those.
Okay, so that looks like a 14 total.
Sweet. So with that,
No stunts though.
no worries. So with the 14, you guys spend several hours traveling, and you catch the glint of some sort of shimmery light going off in the forest. So you zip over that direction to get a better view. And as you do, you see what appears to be a large wolf, and seems to be very over the sitting near the fallen body of a person wearing chain and plate armor.
Oh no.
Does the wolf look familiar? I mean, is it...
He does look familiar, and it seems to be like he's growling at and on a very defensive stance, but growling and defensive against the forest.
So I will swoop down to the site, just sort of try and obviously not come in like on his blind side or anything, and get myself attacked.
Yeah, the forest does open up a little bit, and it seems a little bit more like a clearing as you approach the area. And as you approach,
A map! A map!
Yep. I would like everyone to roll for initiative. So to do that on the Roll20 sheets, I need you to go ahead and on next to your dexterity, there'll be a little thing that says initiative, and you just click on that and it should let you roll for your initiative.
Do we need to click on a tracker thing first, or?
It should be open at this point.
Or do we have to click on our tokens?
It's telling me to click on a token. Let me try it again. Live.
Oh, they're down there in the corner.
Oh, poop. Okay. Thank you.
I didn't see them at first either.
Uh-huh. Where am I?
Oh, okay.
There we go. Okay.
Cool. And for initiative is actually what they consider a simple test, so this is not going to be one that will generate stunt points.
Okay.
So,
Do you want me to roll again with my
But
clip,
it
or do you
says
want
I
to?
generated a stun.
I can add you if it didn't.
Okay.
Tell them they roll 20 lied to me. It's terrible. Curse you, roll 20.
So we're missing Roth. Is
Yeah.
anyone else we're missing?
And somehow the
got
Falcon
a,
has a 6, even though the first one was.
I got a 15. Where's Saywell?
And I got a 17.
13.
So we'll get a 15, you said?
Thank you.
And what did Farron get the first time?
6.
You got a 14, didn't you? No, you didn't. You get a 6.
No, I had a 6. Yeah, I didn't. I only rolled it once. I waited till I found my token thing, and
Oh, okay.
So
yeah,
I feel like
that-
Farron's more of a wow, my brain just went, nope, you can't have that name.
Ah.
Never mind. Moving on.
Booting.
Yeah, my
fine.
brain just went, "Ew."
you know, it's that bird of prey mentality. Like, what's the tastiest snack down below? I want to make sure I don't miss something. What's going on over here? Ah, there it is. Diving.
Why did it do that?
Let me reroll to get the token on there.
Yeah, it there it is. Sweet. Who am I missing? Somehow I'm missing someone else that will track.
Me, I can re-roll. I don't.
My tracker's being twitchy. I didn't have it open right.
Would it be easier if I just re-rolled?
Yes. I can always adjust it.
There, I'm on there now.
Do you want me to roll mine just so you have a token?
There it is. Cool. So with that, we have as you approach, and let's just wrapping this up, description up. As you approach, like I said, you see the down form of your companion wearing armor. You also see there seems to be a little lake, water, well, natural spring well in the center of this little clearing. It seems to be a black cat nearby and a rather large chunk of animated undergrowth.
Do either of those things look familiar to us? Look
Uh,
familiar to us.
The wolf and the down paladin do look familiar to you. The black cat and the giant animated undergrowth does not look familiar to you.
Okay, cool.
And so that you can see.
So, I mean, like the undergrowth. Ah,
Nope.
that's unpleasant.
There's a rather creepy looking animated bundle of moss and rot and just muck and
Damn it, Swamp Thing, go back to the DC universe.
Oh no, that looks like maybe. Anyways, I'm not gonna finish that sentence.
muck thing.
Yeah.
So with that, we have a lot of the heroes going way earlier than.
You want me to put my token up there because I kind of swooped in there and triggered all this stuff? Or
Sure, we can get you a little closer. I did do some adjustments to the map, just so people know. Normally, for general sized adventurers, the map would generally be 2 yards for your, because Fantasy Age uses yards for your movement. Because we have such tiny little allies amongst our team, I actually did 1 yard per inch, which is why some of the tokens look bigger than the others.
Nice.
Don't size shame the spider just because I'm little.
Not just you. You're not the only small one.
Yeah, we're little together.
That's
So-
right, Renward.
So with that, Roth, you're up. What would you like to do?
So movement of 13 is that, should we use the ruler or should we count squares?
You can do either. Each
Okay.
square would basically be equivalent, because of this, it would be equivalent of 1.
Ah, cool. All right. I'm going to. Can I just hold my turn
Sure.
until after Saywell goes so that he can hop on for a ride?
Cool.
Because I assume I move faster than the small spider. No?
Have you seen the Tobey Maguire movies? I mean, seriously. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know. I got a speed of 14. I'm fairly quick.
No, you are a little faster than me. So I will
Extra
just
creepy.
I don't swim, so I'm gonna give that thing a wide berth and just come up and come on, give me there we go. Just move up there
Cool.
towards the.
So yeah, so in Fantasy Age you can do a minor action and a major action. Movement does count as a minor action. If you don't want to do anything else, you can actually do another move. So
Okay, I will do that.
awesome. And then next up is Renweir.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna move in and then prepare Hands of Fate for whoever might need it. So Foist, I'm gonna move with my speed of 14. And I'll just get up here. And then I will. Here it is. Cast spell, Hands of Fate.
Cool.
Ooh, there we go. So that should give me tokens equal to 7 for Fate that I can add to people's rolls if they fail their rolls. Which
Yes,
is
because you got 6 stunt points.
more than I was
Oh.
expecting.
And you also could trigger any arcane spells you want. Just so you know, I'm going to move this over here to the other side for you. So it's a little like over the other corner. But I did make a little fate point token for you.
Yep.
So you get 7 Hands of Fate, right?
Yep. And then let's get this person to doesn't have a target.
The little red bar on the token can represent your fate points.
Could I I feel like I want to do something more effective with this, but could I do fast casting and use my ranged bolt, my blight bolt?
Excuse me.
For like the stunt generated by that. Actually, let me check the range of blight bolts. Actually, I don't know where I would find that.
Under your attacks. Should be on your character sheet under attacks.
Oh,
Blight,
okay.
Blight Bolt is your fancy flavored version of Arcane Blast.
I thought it would have like a. Does it have like a range, or is it just?
Did I not include that on your
Oh no, I
sheet?
didn't see it.
I apologize.
No worries.
Mm,
Oh, actually, I'm pretty far away still, so it might be a moot point.
Yeah, I believe it's short range, so I can double check that for you.
I'm like 24 yards away, so I don't think that's gonna help.
Yeah, I'll say that's close enough.
Okay. Then I'll take those stunt points to a fast cast, I believe it was called.
Mhm.
Blight Bolt. And I'm just gonna attack that big plant monster.
Cool. And what did you roll to hit?
I got a 14.
Cool. So that goes against his defense. So here's my main bad guy's defense. And that's gonna hit.
Nice.
How much damage did you do?
2.
So for Fantasy Age, if you have armor, you then you roll your damage, and then if the target has armor, you subtract the armor off the damage that you've done, and then apply any remaining to your health. There is an optional rule for using what they call fortune instead of health. Fortune's a little bit fancier, which lets you do things like all modify rolls and stuff as well. For this stream, I stuck to the health because it's a little bit more straightforward, but it is a default option in the core rulebook, so it's pretty cool. So with that, who's next on our tracker? That would be Sewell.
All right. Surprisingly fast because I have 4 more legs than Roth.
Yes.
Go up to
Yep.
the edge of the water, and we'll try and use my arcane blast on the big plant monster. Because, oh boy, isn't it exciting? The forest is trying to kill us. 15 should hit.
Yes, it does.
For 2. Because Renward showed me how to do it.
And so, what does your little blast look like?
For his, it's a deep purplish, almost looks like a globule that streaks across the air. When it hits, it sizzles. It's like venom kind of hissing and bubbling away at it.
Cool.
Get him, guys. This will be great.
And next up is our little bookworm, little spell dragon.
Okay, question.
Mhm.
Do I have flight? Or
Yes.
am I okay? So my speed is in air or on land.
Correct. Yep.
Okay, great. Because yeah, I wasn't sure if I could fly over the little pond or if I needed to scurry around it.
Yep, you can fly over there. Yep.
Great. And I'm gonna do my arcane breath at him. 10. And I got 1 stunt point.
Fortunately, does not reach the bad guy.
He's just
Are you
poof,
within?
and it's just like one little puff ring of smoke.
Could I spend my Hand of Fate points on this attack roll? If the ally is within, I think it was 20? Yeah, within 20 yards. And it would make their failed ability test into a success.
How many points do you have to spend?
I had 7 from what I had rolled.
Okay, so you want to make this a success? Basically, I'm not going to tell you what the target number is. That's why I'm asking you if you do you want to risk it.
Or-
Yeah, I ended up with more points than I expected anyway, so yeah.
Cool. So with that, yes, you are able to make that miss into a hit, and why don't we have a roll for damage?
On your mouse. I hit. Oh, I don't know if I hit the right thing. Oh, well. 8.
Nice.
Awesome. So with that,
Words hurt, man.
the little skull scroll dragon kind of breathes in, kind of coughs out a little smoke ring, clears the throat, does it again, and a little burst of magic fire shoots forth and shoots across the little pond area, striking the shambling creature.
Thank you, Redward.
You got it.
Good job, Bookworm. Renward and I soften him up for you. Yay.
So
How many of those points do I have left, or is it
5.
on 5? Okay.
Yeah, I put this little tracker I put over here. You see my little. If you see my little.
Yeah. Okay. I was just like writing it down in my notes. Can I like drag that on, or do
Yeah.
I?
Yeah, you should be able to control that. I should have given you over it.
I wasn't able to. I'm not able to drag it right now. But I just have a spot in my notes for
Okay.
Hand of Fate points, so I'm good.
Cool. Oh, sorry about that.
Yeah, no
So,
problem.
next up, our little shambling mound.
Okay.
You have gotten its attention. And it dissolves in the ground and then bursts out of the ground over into you as it burrows through the ground and comes crashing on up. And it is going to attack our little dragon friend. It's attempt to.
no.
What is your what is your defense? So 15?
Yeah. Shield 4, defense 15.
Yep.
Armor 2.
Yep. So defense is 15, so he has to roll 15 or better to hit you, which he does succeed on.
Oh no.
Library, go away.
So with that, he does slam you for 7 points of damage.
Rude.
And you said you had armor of 2?
I do.
So that will reduce that by 2. So you
Okay.
take 5 points and you
I'm at
just take that off
15.
off your health.
Cool. All right. Get how that works now. Thank you. Help.
If you die, do it close to me.
Noted.
Don't
Die
worry.
next to Renward.
So
Okay, Xander, show a little spine.
Xander's made of paper. Can Xander even die?
Die?
the real
When
question
words
is
are no longer spoken.
what does a necromantic spell drop a bookworm look like?
Very excited to find out.
Ooh.
My pages go from like that nice cream distressed old page look to like
Looks like
grease stained
Yeah.
wax paper.
somebody used too much coffee when they were dyeing the paper. Yeah.
A well-worn issue of Look magazine. It's just old. and
There's
sad.
like a few like cigarette burn holes in it.
I don't want that.
So with that, Farron, what would you like to do?
Well, he was right there, and now he's way over there. So,
Check out that cat.
yeah. So with my flight of 16, that's 16 squares. Is that?
Yes. So you can definitely get down.
Or you can use the little ruler.
No, I can't. No, I really can't. All right, and then I'm gonna give him the beakness. I mean the business. Oh no,
Beakness
my
it is.
talons, my talons have a better chance of hitting, and Lord knows I need all the help I can get. So
Oof.
That's a 20 with 3 stunt points to hit.
Yikes.
Farron
no,
likes talons.
Get it.
Farron likes
Get it.
talons a lot. Yeehaw.
So you do have with the Fantasy Age Second Edition, you start off automatically with a specialization, and you do have the specialization Assassin.
Yeah, I wonder what that meant exactly. I didn't want to reveal that too early.
That's one angry bird.
Snipe him. That's what that means. Snipe him.
So normally you can do an action to target your character, and then you can inflict bonus damage against them.
Well, I'm all about the bonus damage. So how would I make that happen on the character sheet?
On the character sheet, we'll just roll our normal damage and I'll apply the +2.
Okay, so click the damage die by the talons and let it
Yep.
rip.
Yep.
Okay, so it looks like with the +2, that would be 8 total damage.
Awesome. And you did also have 3 stunt points. So if you wanted to do a 3-point stunt, that there's some of them that also add extra damage.
Yeah, let me look at these combat stunts here. That is very helpful, by the way. Thank you for putting that together. Do-do-do-do.
And usually a trick I usually use when people get used to the game is adding picking out a couple like kind of go-to stunts. It's kind of like your favorite stunts, which is really useful.
Yeah. 3 stunt points, right?
Yes.
That's a missile attack only. Okay, that's not good. I'm guessing I would probably go for maybe the mighty blow to do an extra d6.
Cool.
That would use 2 of them. So, is there just a d6 roller on the sheet, or should I go to the old toolbar over there?
Yeah, it uses the one on the toolbar.
For another 2 points, that's a total of 10.
Sweet. Awesome. So with that, you dive in and you do a flyby and extend your oversized talons and just tear into this muck monster, ripping out a big
Making
chunk
the
of
mulch.
making a big chunk out of it. So next up, Roth, what would you like to do?
They got this. I'm going to move over to my normal companions and let's see. I'm just going to ask Warden, what the heck? The heck? And I will use the major action defend.
Okay. As you get close, you can definitely see that Warden has been hurt themselves. They are pretty beat up. You can tell the Paladin is still alive, though she is unconscious.
Hey, we need some sparkle juice over here. That's it.
Cool. Renward, what would you like to do?
I'm close to everyone, so I don't really need to move. Can I do my spell and then like hide with stealth or something, just to make myself a less vulnerable
Yeah.
target? Okay. So let's do a blast and then hide amongst the shadows.
Cool.
Roll to attack with a a 14 and 6 stunt points.
That is a hit. And that would be
Oh, this is actually a damaging spell, so I can do something spicy. Can I go with a lethal spell stunt?
you sure can.
Yeah, just add an extra 2d6 onto the damage. Since it's not an area thing.
Okay.
Or a multiple target thing. So I'll just roll this here. And then I roll 2d6 for the stunt. So altogether that is 13.
Sweet.
Nice.
And
then
what does
I'll
it look
hide.
like? And what does it look like when you strike this creature with this blight bolt of yours, this necromantic arcane blast of yours?
So I kind of pictured the blight bolts coming from Renweird, like curling his tail in like a U shape so that it points forward, and the blasts are like coming from the end of the tail, and there's like
Love
this like this little gathering of energy, and it shoots out this green glowing beam that sort of glows the same way he does, or at least glows in the dark the same way he does. And he just happens to charge up a particularly powerful one, just because he's like actually a bit worried about his pals here. As much as he would like to try out his necromancy skills, he doesn't want to have to. So he's gonna give that a blast, and then he's just gonna find somewhere in these trees to hunker down, but keep an eye on everyone to make sure he can bend fate if things don't seem to be going their way.
Cool. Yeah, and just as a FYI, because of your small size, you do get bonuses to stealth. So
Nice.
that's something I did. I kind of lifted some of that from the Blue Rose game, because in Blue Rose you can play animals, and so some of these I modified that a little bit.
Do I have to
Is
add
there-
anything to this roll, or?
Is there any connection between Fantasy Age and Blue Rose? Like, because like I feel like the word envoy. I thought I heard you use that in reference to.
Yes.
Blue Rose.
So there's the new Fantasy Age core book has the Envoy class, which is a class, and Envoys is also a title of adventurers in Blue Rose. So
Okay.
the title, the name, the word is the same, but they're not technically connected. Though you
Okay.
can, though if you did want to port the Envoy class from Fantasy Age and drop it into a Blue Rose game, you could do that relatively easily, and then you can have an envoy, double envoy.
Envoy squared.
So, but the Envoy class is a new class, and it was the best title for what it does. It's very much a social class.
That makes
Um,
sense. But I just the terminology being the same was kind of because I'm not I've never played. This is my first time playing Fantasy Age, and I've never played Blue Rose before. So just putting together things I hear.
But they both are powered by the Age system, so they're very compatible. You can
Oh, okay.
you can borrow monsters and creatures and stuff easily from each other.
Shameless plug for those watching at home.
That's right.
I have no idea what we're talking about. Saywell, what would you like to do? Speaking of plugs.
Both acceptable. Good job, Redward. Don't get yourself hurt. Now we'll run around to this side of it. Roth looks okay, so we'll try and shoot the big moss monster.
Cool.
At you. Ooh.
You
That'll
guys just
hit.
get all the stunts. Yeah. 18 to hit with 5 stunt points with an arcane blast. Oh.
So, for
That's him up.
actually, I'm going to do just base damage. So 3. but let's web him up. So he will be immobilized. That should be all 5 to do that.
Cool. Yep. And so I did give his character a special webbing ability because he's a spider. So.
You know, it's what we do. So yeah, when he focuses on and does his arcane blast, this time when the purple hits him, it spreads out and starts to solidify into this pearlescent purple web around him. And
Nice.
I saw the DC and don't know what I did with it. But yes, so
Cool.
Big Boy is webbed.
Awesome. Make it easier for your allies to take him out.
There it is. He can free himself by taking a major action TN 13 strength test. That's the only action he can take until he is freed.
Cool. Zendrin, what would you like to do?
He can get away now. Yeah,
Hero's armor.
Mhm.
It says your arcane energies provide magical protection for you and your allies. Do I need to be near everyone? I'm not sure the range or radius on this spell.
You can do yourself, or you can do one of your allies that's nearby.
Okay, it's just one person.
I believe so. I will confess I don't have all the arcane spells memorized.
For shame.
For shame. Yeah, you touch a subject, including yourself, and they gain an armor rating equals with the number of power magic points that you put into the spell, up to 5.
Okay, so I have to touch the person.
Yes.
Or animal.
Yeah.
Huh?
So I'm gonna boop over here. Still not close enough. So I'm gonna try arcane breath again at this black cat creepily sitting off in the shadows.
Yeah, the cat is just sitting there, seems to be trying to surveying the area, making sure nothing's coming up from behind.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'm not just gonna.
So
That's too brash for this character. Sorry.
Indiscriminately blasting.
No.
So-
Sorry.
Now-
I think I was drawing on Sodalite a little too much just then. No, I'm not gonna
So,
walk up and shoot someone first.
now, if you wanted to, just so you know, if you want, you could blast the bad guy, the shambling mound, and then move. You don't have to do move then attack. You can do attack then move. And like other games, they don't get a free swing at you.
Other games we won't talk about.
Okay, so yeah, I will do arcane breath at close range on the shambling mound that is now
Immobile.
soaking wet.
Icky.
17.
That's going to be a hit.
Yay! 9 points of damage.
Big chunks of this shambling mound are shambling off. It's starting to break down. And then you zip on over.
It was a flyby breathing.
So
Can I do like an arcane check on this weird cat sitting there?
by all means, you can do an arcane lore check. Yep.
13.
Lucky 13.
And a black cat.
You are positive that this cat is familiar.
Oh, who's your person? We haven't met before. Hi, my name's Xander. How can you help us? Who are you?
A lot. That's a lot, Xander.
What?
You've never seen a cat roll his eyes before?
I have 3. Of course I have.
Let me rephrase. Your character's never seen a cat roll his eyes before.
Oh.
But
Sorry.
you have now.
Oh. I guess I didn't know.
And so with that, that is your go. My bad guy is going to go now, and my bad guy is going to attempt to break free. I need to do a strength check against the webs.
Might of 13.
And with that, it hulks out of the webbing, the crystalline webbing breaks and shatters around it.
Rude.
45 cents.
But that was its major action. So
Take that, you big bag of rocks. Oh,
and so it
It
turns
took
around, it's kind of surveying the area. And with that, that's its go. Farron, what would you like to do?
All right, so. Oh, I'm still right there. So let's have at it with the talents again.
Cool.
And then it's going to be right there. Okay, so it's 17 total, but no stuff this time.
That's definitely a hit.
Okay, so then hit the old box. Oh, and damage dice continue to suck. That's 6.
What is your dexterity?
That's the second time I rolled a 2.
Quick.
Dexterity? What's that?
Yeah, what is your dexterity?
Dexterity is 2.
So you do actually have a roguish ability called pinpoint attack.
Oh,
If your dexterity is higher than the target's, and this is my bad, I should have double checked last round. You get to do an extra d6, and it actually is higher than that, so you get to do an extra d6 of damage.
and that's once per round. That's nice.
Yeah,
That's
you're totally not backstabbing. I mean, sneak attacking something. I mean,
Apparently, I rolled 2s on d6s.
so a total
Another
of
2.
8 damage against this creature.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. And Roth, what would you like to do?
Has Warden said anything in response to?
Oh, yeah. With that, he's like, oh, he's obviously been very hurt. And he's like, I've only seen the one right now, but there was 2 earlier.
Good to know. I'm going to loot the body. I mean, search for some sparkly juice.
Okay.
Is it
Stay
Ursa?
on
You
task.
said?
Stay on task.
Is it Ursa the Paladin?
It is. Checking. Ursa, yeah.
I'm gonna see if she's carrying sparkly juice.
Go ahead and make me a perception search check.
12.
Yes, you're able to run through her belongings and pull out an apple and a small flask of bubbly blue stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna give the bubbly blue stuff to the Paladin because I feel like Warden would not want to take it if the Paladin is dying. So, and I'm gonna take a bite of the apple.
I will let you have the bite of the apple as a free action.
Yay!
So, awesome. Renwin, what would you like to do?
Let's just keep blasting and hiding. Because I'm in position to help if I need to, and that was the main thing I wanted to do. So let's just keep blasting and hiding. Ciao. Oh.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
So,
Wow!
right
so
between the
that
eyes.
was an 18 on the dice. That was yeah. You cannot do better than that.
Triple sixes.
I'm not gonna have you roll damage. With that, you reach out and literally snap and break the necromantic energies that are keeping this contract alive and tear it apart, and it crumbles.
Yeah, that's not what that
And
magic
tail,
is supposed to be
Torbjorn
used
tail.
for. And then just blast through this thing.
And yeah, you literally unmake the spell that's holding it together.
Good job, Renward. Maybe next time you can just learn how to take control of it. Or not. I don't know.
Oh. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool, actually.
We'll
A
get you
rat
there someday.
controlling a shambling mound? I've never heard of such a thing.
Well,
I've
when
never
you
heard
see
of a
it, write it
cat
down.
before today either, but, you know.
I've heard of cats.
Well, now you met one. Hooray.
I don't know if I like it. It's still over here, by the way. It's rude. It didn't say hello.
So with that, I think this is a great time, as it's a little late actually, but I think it's a great time for us to take a quick little break. Let everyone stretch legs and everything, and we'll be back to find out who is this mysterious cat.
Ooh.
Mysterious black cats are a thing on this channel, apparently.
Yes, yes.
Well, at least this one is alive.